I am the reason my fiancé is still in a coma from the outside looking in. Most people would think that Trent and I have a perfect relationship, almost a fairy tale. It started out that way anyway. A better word for it would be Shakespearean because it's transformed into a tragedy. Instead of waking up every morning to a text message, it's the sound of a heart monitor. Chloe, I've done told you that you don't have to sleep here. That recliner has got to be mighty uncomfortable. It's Trent's dad, Richard. And he's brought me Starbucks. It's fine. I really don't mind. If I was at home, all I would do is stay awake and worry. I suppose I shouldn't complain too much. Seems like when you are here that you provide a calming presence, Rich stated as he checked the charts. Nothing had changed, same as the day before. Same as the past 3 months. I hope so, I replied as I reached over and squeezed Trent's hand. Richard sits opposite of me and gets on his phone to do some day trading, and I get up to go pee. The hospital recliner is actually super inconvenient, but I don't have much choice. Splashing cold water on my face, I brushed my teeth and told myself that I could make it through the day just like I'd been doing for the past few months. Whatever it takes, Primera told myself. I leave shortly after our morning coffee and meet Macy on my way to work. Is this enough for next week? She asked me as she shows the goods. 6 injections, one that is stronger than the rest, in case I need to take a day off. How much do I owe you? But she insisted that there was no fee this time. I smile faintly as I look at the bruises around her neck. She knows what I'm up against. I spend the next 8 hours at my job, occasionally checking my phone for any alerts from the hospital. Anyone who saw it would assume I'm just being hopeful. Truth is, I'm paranoid. Chloe, can you work a double for me today? Kid's sick and I don't have a babysitter. My coworker begs me. I could really use the money, so despite how tired I am, I say that I can do it. Checking the schedule, I estimated that would put me back at the hospital around 11 that night. It was risky, but I had already told them yes by the time I realized how late it would be. That afternoon extra shift is hell. There is weather forecast for a severe ice storm and everybody and their brother comes to the store to stock up. I don't even have time for a smoke break. After clocking out, the storm has already settled over our town and I have to run to my cry as a wintry mix covers the parking lot. Traffic is terrible. I kept checking the time to make sure I wasn't late. I had only half an hour to get to the hospital before there's any danger, I told myself. I'm trying not to panic, but traffic is at a near standstill. It is well past 1 a.m. when I make it there and I am running to make it to Trent's room. The familiar sound of the monitors has me relax at first. Then I realized that I forgot the injection in the car. The sleet is coming down hard now, and by the time I got back to the parking lot, it was solid ice. I tried to cross only to wind up feeling my butt hit the pavement, so I had no choice but to wait for the storm to let up. Trent would likely go the night without his injection. I texted Macy frantically asking what I should do as I returned to the room. I was midway into the room when I realized I didn't hear the monitors. Next thing I knew, I felt Trent's fingers against my throat as he throttled me to the wall. I dropped my phone in shock as he pinned me there. His eyes filled with rage and blacker than the night sky. It all happened so fast that I don't have much time to react as he begins to choke me. Trent, you have to stop, I yelled. I'm hoping I can get through to him, but it's simply a mindless rage. He screams and begins to squeeze harder as my phone rings loudly. Macy's trying to get a hold of me. It's enough of a distraction that I can push him back. Then I ran over to the hospital bed. Trent, please stop this. I shake the bed where my real fiancé is, his still form only looking even more like a shell as I feel the firm hand of the other Trent grab me and slam me down on the ground. Then a nurse walks in. I see the confusion on her face when she notices there are 2 men that look identical, one in a coma and one about to choke me to death. But it doesn't take her long to react, and she grabs the food tray and bashes it over the other Trent's head. I kick and scream and scratch, pushing his dark side toward the window. It is a sliding glass door, and I use the ice that has accumulated right outside to my advantage, forcing him to slip backward and slam his head, disoriented. I rush to the chart the nurse brought in and find something strong enough to act as a sedative. I plunged it into my Trent's neck, and then watched as his shadow evaporated before my eyes. The next morning, Macy arrives with another round of the injections, and sees where I was attacked by Trent as Shadow Self. One day he will wake up, you know? Which version do you think you'll get? I apply skincare to my bruises. Let's hope that day never comes.